Welcome back to Hegra. It's day 4. We've woken to an ominous morning. It's the first attack. And 2 of our guys have gotten hit by shrapnel. It has stopped snowing. Which is good news. It's good news. We're going to struggle a little bit with recruits. Remember last night we lost quite a few at the end of mobilisation, quite a few of our volunteers. You're not meant to look in the bags, but we're learning the game. Let's have a look to see how many doubt discs there are. We do have 1 medic left, which is not great. We've not managed to recruit a medic yet. Actually, let me just read this section to you. There were 2 doctors at Hegra. Gunnar Finsen had experience from the Spanish Civil War and the Winter War in Finland. Together with Dr. Sverre Thomason, he led the medical work in the fortress. Anne-Marie Bang, known as the Lotta from Hegra, was also a key part of nursing the ill and wounded. An infirmary was also established at the farm Buan, run by Dr. Peter Berdel and his sister Sulve, who in reality was a midwife. Bandages and medicines were collected from Varn and nearby pharmacies. Medical materials were also sent from Sweden. Remember, our infirmary is down here. We might be making use of it because it says here, injure 2 defenders. Perhaps during morning, as we've gone to collect some fresh water or maybe bread from the bakery, a German sniper has got a couple of lucky pot shots off. This is a sequence of defender priorities. This was our event card from day 3. Do you see how they're different? We have to injure 2 defenders and we give priority to these blue farmhand volunteers. Next captain, then soldiers. All right. So we're going to injure 2 farmhands. Look in the tired area. If the tired area is empty, look at the ready area. But if there weren't any blue farmhands here, we would then go down the next in line, which is captain and then soldier. Okay, and so on down the line. We do have 2 farmhands. So these guys before breakfast, they went out to get some bread from the bakery and were snagged by a German sniper. So these are going to the infirmary. That's not great, is it? Not a good start to the day. Let's grab a couple of dice as well, because these dice will tell us how injured they were. The lower the number, the lower down the infirmary, the more serious the injury and the more healing they'll need before they become available again. Okay, 1 good, 1 bad. We've got 3 empty beds. If these beds are full, they go in the waiting area. So we've got 1 in the 1 spot, not great, and 1 in the 6th spot. And we're going to treat them and they'll push up on their route to recovery. If they're in the waiting area, they gradually get worse until, they die. Okay, that's our 2 defenders. What else is happening? Move the artillery marker 1 step to the right. This is the artillery marker at the top left. It's moving 1 spot to the right here. Do you remember our mission card? No German artillery on the map. Well, if this artillery marker moves to a space that contains a German artillery piece, that's these, then that will enter the map. Okay. You'll also notice there's some numbers here. They go up as German artillery pieces get removed and placed on the map. The highest number is the number of tiles they'll be drawing from the hit bag. So maybe that's it then. 2 of our guys got hit by shrapnel, yes, and they've kind of started to mobilise their artillery. Maybe that was cover fire for them trying to move their artillery into place. Though they're at some distance, that artillery. Right, we've completed the event. Now you'll notice we're no longer adding doubt discs to the recruit bag, but we do still get to recruit. Okay, rules unchanged. So we resolve the event, we'll draw discs from a recruit bag. I think we got a 50-50 chance of drawing something that's not a doubt disc. Let's see. All right, okay, good. It's a good first draw. So I'm hoping the second one will not be a doubt either. Let's see. It is, it's a doubt. So we got one recruit, the minimum one. Oh, that goes back in the bag. It's a hunter. So that's this piece done. Now we've got this German infantry icon. It says ×3. That's us adding 3 German infantry meeples to the first attack area on the first attack board. Okay, this is what this looks like now. They go in the lowest available sector. This is sector 1, this is sector 2. They're placed in this area here. This is called the waiting area. Okay, so there's 3 German infantry here in the waiting area of sector 1. Now, how we place these is important. German infantry markers can have 2 states. They can be unsuppressed and suppressed. An unsuppressed German meeple is placed standing up. A suppressed German infantry marker is led down. Okay, so these are all unsuppressed. They're standing up. Typically, if we attack German infantry, we suppress them, and suppressed infantry lying down will not be counting against you. All right, so that's the general principle. So here they are, 3 new German infantries. The next thing that happens before we move to a regular morning phase, so before breakfast, these infantry are going to attack. And this is going to happen throughout the first attack phase. Now remember, we do have 2 defenders up here in these defensive positions. We've got a soldier and a farmhand. If we didn't have any defenders in any of these defensive positions, then any unsuppressed German infantry will be moving up a sector. Okay, they're going to be advancing. But our defenders are here. We've got them in position. We've got to remember to keep them here in order to keep these German infantry pinned back. Now, that doesn't mean they're not going to be doing anything. All right. Now we're going to take some dice. We're going to take 1 die per unsuppressed German infantry. All right. So there's 3 here right now. 3 dice. We're going to give them a roll. Okay. 2, 2, 3. That's a good roll. Right here are action boxes, and these German infantry are going to move into the box corresponding to a die roll. So 5 and a 6 here, 3 and a 4 here. So we've got 2 not advancing at all. They're going to stay back here. 1 advancing. This is why this is a good roll into this action box, the 3-4 action box. This is the hit action box. This is the move action box. We'll be taking hits equal to the number of units in this hit box. Currently none. It's not all bad because we've got a defense value here. We can reduce this number of hits by our defense value. Cool. The infantry in the move box, they're going to be taking the move action, right? That's why we call them action boxes. Hitting, moving. These will move to the waiting area of the sector above. Okay, so this 1 German infantry unit has moved up to sector 2. They're closing in. If they move again, they'll be in the charge box. If they're charging these defensive positions, attacking our defenders. You can see then how important these defensive positions are and how important our defense value is. For now though, a tentative advance this morning from German infantry. This defend at the walls part, we're going to get to fire back during the upcoming day. Remember, these are action spaces effectively. Firing at the Germans is what's going to come later in the turn. For now though, let's head into the morning. We've seen some movement outside the fortress. Let's get ready for the upcoming day. We've only got 1 supply, and now 1 supply is only going to recover already 3 defenders. Interesting, 3. We really could have done with another supply here, right? We can spend morale, remember, to ready 2. -1 morale, ready 2. I think I'm going to do that. So 1 less on a morale track. Sorry guys, I know you've started the day with low supplies and that has not helped us, but the captain's come over All right, we're leaving one soldier behind. He's moving to the rest area. And let's start allocating some of these out. Well, my 2 hunters, I want doing supply runs. So they're going here. Our captain, well, I want our captain dealing with that low morale, so I'm just going to put him back in here for now. I've got 3 soldiers, and I'm tempted to repair, but is that the right thing to do? We could treat a patient here. We could bolster. We could repair. We could shovel snow. I think we're going to be okay for supplies this time, and we should be okay for morale as well, actually. I'm wondering whether we repair and whether we then put 1 soldier down here on the radio and we put our officer up here instead. No, let's stick with this. We're going to leave these guys. I'm really sorry. We're going to leave these guys. Let's think what's best for the group. We do want to get these back, but yeah, this is tough. There's so many tough decisions here. Let's go with this. All right, ready? Let's start resolving. Let's start by defending the walls and firing at the Germans. We've got 2 defenders. They get 1 die each. If you have more than 1 defender of a type, you can roll these together if you want. So roll for the 2 volunteers and then 1 for the soldier. But what's important is that each type of defender rolls separately, independently of the other. What you can do, however, is resolve them in any order. You don't have to do them from left to right. They're all firing simultaneously. So let's roll a die for the soldier. It's 2, and a die for the volunteer farmhand. It's a 5. This is important because different types of defender have a different hit range. The volunteer farmhand can hit anyone in the sector 2, whereas a soldier has a much further range. They can hit further back. Remember, these guys are marching closer, so they're closer on. The soldier can hit anyone all the way down to sector 1. A roll of a 4 to 6 is a hit. A roll of a 1 to 3 is a suppress. So let's have this farmhand hit this 1 unit here. That's removed. And then we'll suppress one of these with this 2. Job done. Next up is supply runs. We've got 2 units going out into the fortress area. The weather is cloudy. We can move from 1 to 5. This one, because he's carrying, can only move up to 4, but it's all right. We can get all the way home. Likewise, we've got a hunter up here. He can move up to 5. They don't suffer this penalty, this movement penalty, so he can move the full 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice leaving a space with German troops doesn't do anything. And we've got our 2 hunters here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've entered a space with the German infantry. We're going to roll a d6 and try and sneak past. Current suspicion level is 1, so we need higher than a 1. We got a 3. Okay, good stuff. This goes up to 2. We sneak past. Grab ourselves a token. Do we go this way? What is it? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This top right corner one is a 6. That one's the hardest to get to. It doesn't matter that there's 2 patrols up here. It's still only 1 sneak check. But you know what? I'm just going to head up this way as well. Let's go here. We're going to try and sneak. Now we need higher than a 2. I don't believe it. It's a 1. We failed our sneak check. We've lost our defender. They've been captured. So the German patrol is gone. Our defender is gone. Suspicion level goes down by 2. Back down to 0. So they've kind of done a job, but the wrong job. And this German goes back to the patrol bag. Shoot. That is not great. We are really having a hard time. This game can be punishing. Wow, it's exciting. I'm really sad that we've lost one of our hunters. Okay, well, it's not all bad news. They've done a valiant job sneaking out here. And we've got 2 defenders that have come back to the fortress. So once all movement's completed, let's get these defenders coming back. So they go to the tired area. We've got 2 supply tokens. For each one that comes back, we gain 1 morale, but suspicion goes up 1. So that's 2 tokens, suspicion's back up to 2. Morale's going up 2, so that's it, +1. For each token, we gain 2 supplies. And we also gain the bonus that's on the token. So for this one, it's another supply. And for this one, it's a missed token. That missed token is going in the hit bag. There we go. I'm happy with that. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 5 supplies. Well, I don't need all these tokens, because I can just place 1 token in the 5 spot. That's 5 supplies. These delivery tokens are now out of the game. Okay, that's our supply runs complete. Oh, I'm sad we lost this hunter. Well, at least he wasn't carrying anything. If you get caught carrying supplies, that delivery token's out of the game. You've lost them. The Germans have taken your loot. Okay, maintenance phase now. Let's do our inspire. So move morale marker up 1. It's at the +2 spot now. Officer's tired. Now we've got a single repair. 2 soldiers here. I was going to repair the radio, but now I'm wondering whether we should repair another defensive position. No, let's stick to our plan. Let's repair the radio. That goes in the hit bag. Now we've got the radio itself. So now we've uncovered both of these spots. The soldier counts as 2 here. It takes 2 defenders to do the radio. And for every time we resolve this, we complete both of these. Add 1 hope card to the low morale deck. Add 1 hope card to low morale deck. So we're going to add 2 hope cards. Now, it doesn't matter just yet, but I want us to set us up for future. I don't want to have to keep worrying about morale being low, so I can focus on attacking later in the game. So if we get this morale deck a little bit more healthy, that's no bad thing. Okay, radio. Done great. That's the end of maintenance phase. We now move to the infirmary. We haven't got any actions here. We're not treating any patients. Treating patients here allows us to push them up this track, and when they hit this green cross, they're recovered and they go over to the tired area. But for as long as there's patients in beds, once we finish taking actions, we do then complete the relapse and recovery. It's a 2-step phase. Any patients in the waiting area move down this track, and then move all patients in beds 1 level up. So this guy goes from 1 to 2. This one goes from 6 to a green healed spot. This patient can go back. It's fully healthy, tired, and ready for the next day. Good stuff. Okay, morale modifiers. It's not a red day. We're not out of supplies. There's no defenders in the waiting area. No defenders in the morgue. Are there any German infantry in the red sectors? No, they are not. Sector 2 is a red sector. We removed them. So we're all good. So morale track says draw 3, resolve 2, high morale cards. I think there was some despair in there. I can't remember. I've probably shuffled this up before, but I'm just going to give it another shuffle. I'm going to draw 3 and resolve 2. Wonderful. And this goes back down. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we've got. We're in first attack phase, so we're still resolving the top part. We've got lower suspicion by 2 levels. That's nice. Gain a supply. Also nice. Move the snow marker 2 steps to the left. Also nice. Interesting, interesting. I think I'm going to take... do I take supply? I think I take supply when I can. I didn't get a huge number of delivery tokens up on the map. We didn't open too many supply routes. I'm going to take supply whenever I can. I think I'm going to do these 2. So we'll shuffle this one back in. You can see this is why I love this high morale deck. You never know what you're going to get, and everything feels like a treat. We gain 1 supply, so we're up to 6 supply, and move the snow marker 2 steps to the left. 1, 2, flip the top snow tile. This goes back to 3. What did we get? A field telephone. All right, okay. This obviously comes with 1 damage on it. Sits just here. The rightmost one is damaged off, so if we repair this, then we get to suppress 2 infantry when we take this action. But at the moment, we need 2 defenders here. An officer counts as 2, so another use for our officer. That's good. Gives us +1 on each die, and that's when we're rolling here. It defend the walls. So our defense has just gotten a little stronger if we can put the officer here. That's great. Or 2 defenders. Day 4 ended well. We've had a good day. We've had a good day. These get discarded. Nothing happening on day 4. We're moving to day 5. We're going to see 3 more German patrols arrive at the end of day 5. Daybreak, first attack. Let's see what we're confronted with. And it is a sunny day. We've got some respite from the snow. So, sunny, move 6. Not that we really need it, because the German patrols are getting more suspicious. Getting supplies is going to be harder. So we increase suspicion by 2. Now I wish I'd taken that other event. And we add 1 German patrol. Okay, let's see where this German patrol is going to go. Number 1. He's coming down in here. Now we're on first attack phase now, right? So this is coming in this level. 1 level closer. Suspicions goes up to 4. Let's see if we can entice some more volunteers or get some people working in the fortress. Doubt is high in this bag, for sure. And it is a doubt disc, so we're going to get 1, a minimum of 1. What's it going to be? Volunteer. Okay, well, that's 1 more supply, I suppose. This part's not pretty though. We've got 5 new German infantry. There's a maximum of 5 here, so we're going to add 3 to the waiting area. These 2, because this area is full, are going into sector 2. Time for the infantry to attack. We've got 1 suppressed, so starting with sector 1, we're going to roll 4 dice. Not so great. We got 2 5s, a 3, and a 1. So we've got 2 moving in here. We've got 1 moving in here, 1 staying here. Okay. We're going to do the same now with sector 2. So 2 dice. Oh, wow. That's horrific. 2 6s. Next, any suppressed German infantry will now stand up before we start resolving. But they stay in this waiting area, right? And now we're resolving columns. Okay. So we're going to do all the hits first. We count. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. We take away our defense level, leaving 3 hits. 3 hits. Each hit is taking out a defender. So 3 hits is enough to take out both our defenders. That 3rd hit, that's just wasted. Let's place them in the infirmary. So soldier first. Let's put him in position 4. And then a farmhand volunteer in position 1. Oh dear, a bad injury. We do have empty beds, so 4, 1. Now we really need to start doing something over here because our infirmary is full. That's the hit column resolved. Now we go to the move column. So we've got 1 German infantry moving up 1. Okay, wow. That was a horrific start to the day. And we might need to think about firing on these guys. But we do have our guns. With our guns, we can fire on an infantry sector, we can fire on a map row, or we can fire on the airfield. So possibly this is what we're going to be looking to do. All right, guys, let's get you breakfast. Let's start handing out some orders. We're going to need to spend some supplies. I'm going to be spending at least 2 supplies. That'll get us 6 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll push 1 into ready. I do want to get 2 soldiers in here. I'm tempted to put my officer here. In terms of firing the big guns, we can't put farmhand volunteers, we can't put hunter volunteers, we can't put medics. So it would take 2 soldiers here to fire my guns once. I'm almost tempted to take a morale hit just to get this 1 person back. But I won't. I think we'll send 1 over to the infirmary and we'll have 2 bolster. Okay, let's defend the walls. We have 2 soldiers here and we have 1 officer in field telephone. And we could have put more people here. If we put an officer and maybe 2 other defenders, we could have used this twice and gotten a +2. Yeah, you can use this multiple times, or even +3 if we had more, right? But I've got 1 here. It's a shame we haven't repaired this yet, but we've not. 2 soldiers, 2 dice with a +1 on each. Oh, we didn't need the +1, but there it is. We've got 2 hits. I'm actually going to take out 2 of these from Sector 1. That's good. I'm good. I'm happy with that. Okay, remember these don't tire. They stay here. The field telephone is used. That is tired. All right, next, fire artillery. So we've got 2 soldiers here. We get to do this action just once. These are tired. We're going to do this. Choose 1 per gun. One thing to note about fire artillery is you can only do this once per turn. Okay, this is not a multiple actions. You can't put 4 soldiers here and fire twice. But instead, every time you take this action once, you fire every gun available to you. For gun 1, I've got 2 crosshairs. If I went for the infantry sector, I would hit 2 per revealed crosshair and suppress the rest. For a map row, hit 1 artillery gun or patrol per revealed crosshair. And for Van Airfield, resolve 1 option per revealed crosshair. Okay, so I can hit Van Airfield, and these are the options. And we're going to look at that next. For gun 1, I've got 2 crosshairs. I can hit, I'm going to take the infantry sector. I'm going to choose sector 2. Okay, so I just choose 1 sector. I'm using my gun 1 on sector 2. Okay, that's where it's aimed and it's firing. I can remove 2 infantry per crosshair. I can remove up to 4 infantry. These are gone. Suppress the rest. There's nobody left here to suppress. Beautiful. Next, we have to check to see if our gun's jammed. See this number here? It's a 4 or plus. We've just hit sector 2. We roll a d6. If we roll lower than the required number, then our gun is jammed. 4, 5, or 6 here, and we're good. Okay? Oh, it's a 5. We're good. Now I could actually, with my gun 2, choose to take these 2 out as well. It's a thought. I was thinking about hitting the airfield, but you know what? I might have just changed my mind. I think I might just take out these. Yeah, let's do it. Let's take them out. We don't know what's coming next time, so let's take them out. That's all Germans now back in the supply. The airfield, here's the options. Remove 1 air tile stack, one of these stacks here. We've not seen this yet, but it's coming. Add 2 miss, increase morale by 2, move a defender marker down 1. So these are really good. You can see the strength of our guns against the Varnes airfield. We've hit sector 1. This one's a little bit easier for checking the jam. It's 3+ for a success. and it's a 3. Oh, we just made it. All right, so our guns haven't jammed, which is great. We need those guns firing. If we had jammed, you flip over the rightmost revealed tile. So for gun 1, we'd flip over this one. We'd lose a crosshair here. Right, that's the purpose of this one, right? It just takes a little bit longer for you to lose your second crosshair. And then gun 2 here, these two are needing repair, so the rightmost here would be that one. We would have lost gun 2. As it goes, nothing's jammed up. We're looking good. Okay, next up, we're going to bolster. These two are tired. We're going to push our defense up to 2. This is looking pretty solid now. We've kind of secured. I do want to repair and get a third one in here if I can. Supply runs. I didn't put anybody out this time, which is rubbish, but I've got one guy on the map. He can move up to 6. The weather's fine. He's a hunter, so he's not taking that 1 penalty. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got a choice, really. We can come here and stop. 1, 2. I'm just wondering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it can't go around. There's just no room. So 1, 2. I think we're going to stop. We're going to try and sneak by. Suspicion levels at 4. We need a 5 or a 6. That's terrible. I think maybe getting a soldier out here would have been good. We could have tried to knock this one out with our guns. That's another option. Maybe that would have been wise. I don't think I can afford to lose another. Oh, I think we're going to have to stay where we are. I think we're going to have to. I just can't afford it with suspicion like that. Let's rest, and then suspicion goes down 1. Okay, that's fine. That's what we're doing. I can't afford to lose another defender. I did that out of order, didn't I? Now bolster and push the defence up. Yeah, makes no difference. Wow, at least you can see the Germans aren't getting it all their own way. We have cleared this first attack board, which is good at this early stage. All right, next time. All right, so this is done. Now we go to the infirmary. We've got a treat 1 patient action. Each action allows us to treat just 1 defender. You can see a medic here would take this action twice, but we're going to retreat. We're going to treat this soldier. So that soldier's going up. This one's tired. Now we do relapse and recovery. Everyone moves up and our soldier is fully recovered. We don't have any morale modifiers. Morale track is at 0. I was kind of hoping I'd get a supply back and we'd be up at 1 now, but no, it didn't happen. So end of turn 5. We've got 3 German patrols coming onto the board. Let's see where they go. 1, 2, 3. So it's 1, 5, and 6. 1, 5, and 6. They're creeping closer.